My man Bernie Burns, Bernie man, Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
I write rhymes for Beamer, Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
I write
site.
rhymes for Beamer, Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
I write rhymes for Beamer, Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a
I write
master
rhymes
site.
for Beamer.
Peace, it's your man Burns, and you're now locked into Twin2ition presents Clear the Air.
Hell yeah, we did it. What'd I say before I started? Because I was gonna make this one a short podcast, man. Let me go ahead and get the topic list out there because we're here to clear the air. To those of y'all who don't know or who are new to the podcasting thing, a lot of people go out there, they do the little messy shit and all other stuff and all that. Jizz and jazz and all that. Damn, jizz and jazz. But all that jazz, as Nichole clips her fingernail. But this podcast is you can turn your mic off. Okay, yeah, cool. But what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah. I'm trying to make the podcast a little short. Nothing, but it's still gonna have some content in it, motherfucker, nonetheless. As I open my eyes and Nichole continues to do that. But yeah, the podcast, episode 45, man. I'd like to appreciate y'all coming to the podcast. Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. I go by the name of Hoggie, accompanied by my wife, Miss Nichole on the boards. And we're here to clear the motherfucking air nonetheless. With that being said, y'all, we are now on Patreon. For those of y'all who just got hip to the podcast, 45 episodes into it, go check out the other 44. But stop what you're doing and go hit up the Patreon at Clear the Air, and it's a lot going on there, man. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get the podcast started. We are now in the month of October. Where the chime at? Yeah, October being my month. Nichole on the boards. It is now October. For those of y'all who haven't seen the podcast before, yeah, I am Mr. October. This is when a lot of cool shit happened for me around this time of the season. So yeah, it is October, but it's also World Mental Health Day as well.
You know what's kind of crazy too?
What?
Being that you say October's your month, you're Mr. October. Mm-hmm. You also had your first child in October.
Yeah, hell yeah! Shout out! What an air horn! A quick little air horn. Shout out to our firstborn, Mr. Taji Waj. Everyone to call him Taj. He's going to be 13. We'll have a teenager now. Yep.
Sunday.
On Sunday, yep, October the 12th. So, yeah, shout out to my son, my firstborn, Taj. And, yeah, appreciate that. All right, what we been up to, yo? But like I said, I mentioned before, y'all, this is October is World Mental Health Month, or no, Mental Health Awareness Month, but today when we're recording this podcast is actually World Mental Health Day. So yeah, shout that out as well. This podcast wouldn't be what the fuck it is, y'all. For those of y'all who have not listened to the podcast until today or watched the podcast on YouTube and Patreon, this podcast wouldn't have been what it is today without the World Mental Health Day, without me acknowledging that, hey, sometimes you just got to talk about shit, not leave it in. And that's the reason why this podcast started, for those of y'all, to get that out the way. The reason why this podcast started is to have a conversation, self-assess, right? For those of us, out there in and about in the community, it's often looked down upon to say that you may be suffering from mental breakdown. That's more of a white people thing. And where I grew up and a lot of other people who share the same hue, that melanated skin, was told that men are not supposed to show feelings and things of that nature. And it's been very, very liberating for me to be able to talk about stuff and get shit off my chest, get it off my back, and versus keeping it all bottled up and bottled in. Like, I got to be strong for the world, not only strong for myself, but strong for my family. Just showing emotions is a part of being a human. So yeah, for me, it just took me the time to go through my go-through to get the shit off my chest and be here before y'all. So don't let today be the reason why tomorrow doesn't exist, or you don't have a tomorrow. Go out there and talk to somebody, whether it's somebody you can confide in, whether it's, somebody that's, of the cloth, or whether it's, a mental health professional that can be able to guide you along the way, that's unbiased, it's not going to have any kind of preconceived notion of who you are or judge you. Just, just get it out and don't leave it all bottled up. And it's just like that. God damn it. As I get through all my shit. But it's getting crazy out here, Nichole, on the boards, as you get your head set straight. Shit getting real wild. Right before the new regime came into the White House, not to get on politics, certain things were starting to come in place where, like, for us, those who got that third eye open as I put my kufi on or adjust my kufi. At one point in time when COVID-19 had started, you will say something about COVID and then you'll get hit with this has not been fact checked. This not been fact checked, right? Mm-hmm. Well, before the new regime came in, after, Zuckerberg and all of them got sued or whatever, they was like, hey, we're going to take off the fact check thing. And I was like, So now you're trying to tell me it's no holds barred when it comes to this internet shit. For those of y'all there watching, listening, learning, which any motherfucker can throw anything online and you don't know if it's true, if it's false. Because for most of y'all get all your information from the internet instead of actually doing your own research.
Social media, not even the internet.
Yeah, from social media. Yeah, hell yeah. Yep. Which is sad. I don't know yet. As my kid is in the 7th grade, I ain't seen a research paper yet. But when I grew up back in my day, I had to do a fucking research paper and actually go find the information and cite actual fucking references that actually came in the books, not in the internet. But yeah, hopefully he can, get to that point where he can, be able to seek to understand his own judgment and find out shit. But I say all that to say this, y'all. I've been seeing a lot of shit online that's been kind of fucking with my head. Nothing super crazy, but I would like to call it blasphemous in a way. Like earlier this week, I saw Stephen Hawking, the dude that passed away, that's been in the wheelchair my whole life, that ended up passing away. He was at the X Games doing flips. And the shit looked real in the wheelchair.
I didn't know that was somebody that passed away.
Yeah.
I showed you.
Yeah, I saw that before you showed me. The one you showed me was a whole different trick set. And I was like, God damn, okay. And that kind of threw me off. And then I saw another jump with Michael Jackson was sitting there talking to somebody eating a fucking Happy Meal and was like actually engaging with the person. Then I see another one with Tupac walking down the fucking WWE ramp. Then I saw one with Tupac and Biggie sitting there talking. Then I see another one just recently with Mr. Rogers talking to Tupac as he about to talk about doing the hit 'em up jump, and it looked really real. And it's like, for people of our generation, 80s and 90s babies, who was the last generation who grew up with actually not having technology and growing with technology, we can decipher what's real, what's not. But to the younger generation, they can't really fucking tell. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the older generation just so fucking lost, they don't know what the fuck is real. Right? So we like the last real generation that can be able, and that's why I stand firm.
We understand both sides.
Right. And that's why I stand firm as of right now. You can judge me all you want, critics or naysayers. But that's the reason my kids ain't got no phone. Because it's too much information out there, and now it's gotten to the point now you can't decipher which information is factual and what's false. What I read a story about a kid having a friend with Chat GPT and then ultimately taking his motherfucking life. So what I'm saying, I like to say this, just listen to this shit real quick.
We can't trust our eyes anymore. There's a video going viral of Bob Ross painting with his head, doing fades, or walking out with Anna Nicole Smith during the WWE. Another shows Stephen Hawking hitting a half pipe doing flips, racing in Formula 1 races, and going around the NASCAR circuit keeping pace in his wheelchair. And fighting in the UFC, Martin Luther King and JFK ding-dong ditching. Bigfoot doing a TED Talk. And then there's poor Jake Paul doing makeup tutorials, dressed up in a skirt or in full Jewish attire, being pulled over by the cops, saying he's done with boxing.
I'm officially done with boxing. I'm stepping away to focus on my LGBTQ career.
And then there's real-life versions of Peter Griffin. And who do we have to thank? Sora 2. Some of these videos are so accurate that they've fooled millions. AI went from this to this in a couple of years. And we've just now crossed the line where seeing no longer means believing. People won't know what's real anymore. You see, here's the problem. Our brains have evolved to believe what we see. For decades, video evidence was the final word, the proof. Now proof is dead. If a fake plane crash can look real, what happens when these tools are used to generate convincing body cam footage or security videos, or even historical archives? A world where anything can be faked means everything must be questioned. And that's not just a technical problem, that's a social one. Older generations are already struggling to tell what's real online. The next generation, they're growing up in a world where reality is negotiable. Imagine fake ads showing real celebrities endorsing products they've never touched. AI-generated press conferences, fake brand deals, or real videos being sold as fake to avoid justice. If anyone can make anyone say anything, every platform becomes a playground of illusion. Trust becomes near impossible. And don't get me wrong, these AI video tools are incredible. They can make anyone a movie director. But every technological leap has a cost, and this one's cost is certainty. Because from now on, every clip, every photo, every breaking story has to come with a question mark. We've officially entered a world where you can't even trust your own eyes. And that's not progress, that's power without proof. That can be abused, which means it likely will be. Welcome to the age of illusion. We can't trust.
Yep. And that dude summed it up in the best way he could. What was you going to say?
That's like, I seen, it was on the same type lines where it was this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's some sort of like AI filter type thing that you can use. And he had the filter on him, and he was a fucking female. And not only did he look like a female, it also changed his voice to sound like a female. So like, and then there was another one where like he put a different filter on, and it was like a older black guy, gray hair and stuff. This is a younger black guy. And the female was a white female that he was, it looked like. And like, as he had the, you know how like when you FaceTime?
Yeah.
And like, it has like the little screen in the corner. And it was like that, where it was him talking, and then the AI image, and it was showing how his mouth was moving and the AI image mouth was moving in sync.
God,
but every word that he said.
That's crazy.
And he was like, man, y'all be careful out there. Some guys gonna get fooled. And then it's like, them grandmas ain't safe too. And that's when he switched it to the older guy.
Oh, the granddaddy.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. So what I got out of it, what you telling me, between this AI shit, them niggas gluing them head units on their heads and shit, and them BBLs, man, we got a whole bunch of magicians out here, yo. Shit about to get wild. That's all I'm gonna say. So
like, nowadays,
figure this shit out quick.
It is, when it comes to women, for real.
Yep.
Because, I mean, men, you got the hair units and shit. That's one thing. I mean,
the Beijing too.
Beijing too. They be covering up their grays and shit. But like, it's so many things when it comes to women that is fake. They got fake nails, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake faces, lips, with all that fucking makeup, fillers in their lips. Their asses are fake. Their titties are fake. They get fucking liposuction in their stomach, so they might have
attitude's fake.
Plus size bottom part of their body. They might got the butt, the hips, the thighs, but then they get their tummy tucked or get liposuction in their tummy, so they got a flat stomach still. Bitch, it ain't no fucking way that you are plus sized and you ain't got a belly.
Goddamn.
Speaking from a plus size fucking woman.
Okay. Wow. Yep. So what we're trying to say is this is the like age of illusion.
Like all them motherfucking Fashion Nova fucking models.
Damn.
Stop putting these fucking bitches on there. They got fucking liposuction, fucking fake asses, fake titties. 90% of the people that are probably buying your fucking products that are plus size ain't got no flat ass fucking stomach.
Okay.
So what it looks like on this girl that done had all this fucking surgery isn't what it's gonna look like on somebody that got natural fucking curves.
Real shit. You buy that shit, wait 3 weeks, and then you get it, don't fit right. Ain't that a bitch? But yeah, so like I said, just for the generation out here, because I looked at the
and
reach.
then they think everybody fucking Amazon bitches too.
Yeah, I looked at the reach and think, yeah, y'all super tall. Yeah, I looked at the reach, man, and the demographic, how clear the ad done, we clear the motherfucking ad, and people are actually looking like, yo, these niggas is really unveiling the goddamn truth out here, yo, and that's what it's about, man. In this age, and like I said, this podcast's inception was to basically bring out truth as well, yo. So, you can take that with a grain of salt or whatever the fuck it is. I'm here to, clear the air, like I said. Boom, and be able to also educate as well as try to entertain y'all niggas, but I'm not here to fucking entertain. Words to Decimus Maximus Meridius, and it's just like that. Moving right along as well. Another thing that has been trending or met the airwaves as of late. Remember we mentioned back a few podcasts about I think back in April. Like rest in peace to Mr. I think it was April or August, Mr. Kyren Lacy. He was the LSU football player who ultimately took his life because they had said that this guy he started a accident or was driving recklessly, and video had came out right before his proceedings, but the dude ultimately took his life. A video had came out that he was not involved in the accident. Video had came out, and prior to the video coming out, a lot of big name people out in the airways, Ryan Clark included. Shout out to the Pivot Podcast, and Ryan Clark, I like his take. He's very passionate. He's straight to the point. But of course, he got some people when they got that money dangling over them, they gotta change the way they say or risk losing their job versus shit being true. And he came on at the end of the Monday Night Football game and was like, Kyren Lacy supposed to be out here playing football. But unfortunately, his life was taken, due to the fact that they said that this guy caused this accident. And he ain't hit nobody. Basically, the video footage came out. He was speeding his car going the wrong way. And they said his actions caused another people to have accident. But he ain't had nothing, and everybody blamed him, including the responding officer, right? Anyway, the dude ultimately lost his fucking life, and somebody else ultimately lost their life due to the accident that happened. And Ryan Clark, along with Pat McAfee, Scott Van Pelt, ESPN people, they were like, "Oh, we jumped to the conclusions without actually seeing the whole thing." And as of today, October the 10th, 2025. Let me get my shit together. This is according to ABC News. It says the district attorney's office that investigated a December 2024 fatal crash that led to the arrest of Kyren Lacy found that the Louisiana State Police probe into the incident had several inconsistencies and disputed the police's characterization of the NFL hopeful's actions. It says on April 11th, I hate that day, 2025, review by an investigator in the office of LaFourche Parish District Attorney Christine Russell stated that the report provided this office by Louisiana State Police has several inconsistencies which were used to base their opinion and conclusion of the crash, end quote. It says ABC News obtained the DA's report on Thursday. We cannot comment on the DA's investigation as we are not a part of that process, they say. But it says, just to fast forward a little bit, it says that the officials of the Louisiana State Police released surveillance footage from the incident from a nearby Go Bears gas station and repeated their conclusions about what they believe led to the crash. It says state police say that Lacy, who was heading south on the Louisiana Highway 20 in a lime green Dodge Charger, was speeding when he passed four vehicles and in no passing zone before the crash. It says the police said that the driver of a gold truck traveling northbound abruptly braked and swerved to avoid a head-on collision with Lacy's Charger. According to police, the driver of the Kia Cadenza traveling behind the truck also saw the approaching Charger and in reaction swerved left to the southbound lanes and collided with the Kia Sorento in which someone, Mr. Hall, had passed away, right? That was passed another car. It said the state police has said that Lacy's charger did not impact any other vehicles, and all evidence collected supports the conclusion that Lacy's reckless operation of the green charger and oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events involving others to ultimately result in a fatal crash. And it also said the DA's report, however, concluded that while Lacy was driving at a high rate of speed when he passed the 4 vehicles, including an 18-wheeler, in a no passing zone, he was back in his correct lane well before the crash occurred. It said it had been a stretch of roadway where cars were permitted to pass each other. The prosecutor's report said that the point at which Lacy returned to his lane would have been 3 times required distance, and he would have not been responsible for any crash. And it goes on, and it goes on, so on and so forth, right? So that's the plain truth. Like, even if you got a motherfucker wilding, right? Mm-hmm. He ain't hit nobody, right? Mm-hmm. And, I can go a little bit deeper, but I'm not going to go super deep. But actually being hit by a motherfucking person, and it's 2 different things, right? Like, I can be, quote unquote out here shooting, but if I don't hit no goddamn body, I ain't shoot nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But and I say that, like, if it's me shooting, 3 other people shooting, but like, it's fucked up. It's a whole fucked up situation, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you spin it. But the dude ultimately ended up taking his own life because he had, like he said, his whole life ahead of him. And yeah, granted, he could have made a better decision and not speed pass or whatever was going on at the time. He felt
like, because they said it was his fault.
It was his fault. He got charged for it. Yeah.
For the people dying, and it bothered him.
Right.
Basically.
Right. And I would say, I really can empathize with the brother, right? And there's not many people that can, empathize. Like I said, a life was still lost, but ultimately 2 lives and 2 family lives was changed forever. Due to, the negligence or lack thereof when it comes to the investigation, the policing, and so on and so forth, by just pointing the blame.
I wonder if there's like a statute of limitation to investigating something.
As far as
like to get a reinvestigation done, if you wanted to.
I mean, yeah,
or something, because like you mentioned it, you hate April 11th. With the accident that you were in, mm-hmm. Like, if we were to be able to have somebody, like, hire someone to reinvestigate it, being that, the person that you was in the accident with, the other vehicle, had alcohol in their system, you did not, but then they try to say that you were hallucinating off the paint thinner and paint that was in the trunk of the vehicle that got busted open in the accident.
Right. I mean, we can go on, but for another pod. But yeah, I'd say all that to say that, not to get specific, like, because I'm here to clear the motherfucking air. Like, I can totally attest to where Mr. Lacy was. You know what I'm saying? Mentally. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up because in this day and age, in this time, like, especially if you're black, I'm going to call it what it is. You are guilty until proven innocent. No matter what your title is, no matter what you do, no matter who you do it for. And it's real fucked up, especially if the victim don't share the same hue as you. You know what I'm saying? You won't get, a fair fucking trial. And the dude, it's fucked up because he knew that it was like, hey, I got this end. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake that ultimately caused somebody to lose their life that I had really nothing to really do with they losing their fucking life. But I just happened to be black and be somebody to point the fucking finger at. So, condolences and prayers to all involved, for real. But the truth will come to light. But unfortunately, the lives when this loss will not be replaced. You know what I'm saying? No matter money or no matter who the fuck pointing fingers, it'll never be, there. But, the ultimate judge got the ultimate say so. And I just had to, get that out there as well. So you can take it how the fuck you want to take it. But yeah, with all that being said, man, let's goddamn get the fucking podcast started. Anything you want to ask Nichole on the board before we go ahead and rock?
No, we can rock.
All right, so if you're ready to motherfucking clear the air, I think we did clear the air already, for real. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. If you're ready to clear the air, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What?
Hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah. What?
Let's clear the motherfucking air, y'all.
No doubt. K-Slay brought us over here to clear the air, you know what I mean?
And you know what?
And that's what I want to do, man. I want to clear the air, man.
Baby gobble in the fair. This industry shit is weird. Tell him to clear the air. Was writing in the dark.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Shit.
You cannot talk!
Me.
Hell no! Hell no! Can't have it!
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want?
She looks over at her husband and she looks down in her lap and she says, "Honey, this one's eating my popcorn."
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And let's clear the motherfucking
time
air.
out.
What's up?
I ain't hear mine.
Can I please have more, sir?
And let's clear the
just gonna skip
motherfucking
mine.
air, y'all. I go by the name of Hoggie, accompanied by my wife, Miss Nichole on the boards. And we're here to clear the motherfucking air, y'all. I'd like to welcome y'all to episode 45 of Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. And we're going to go ahead and get the podcast rolling, man, and rocking and rolling. Call to action. The Clear the Air bucket hat, y'all, is up for grabs now. You can go ahead and get you a Clear the Air bucket hat for the low price of a $10 raffle, yo. It's got Clear the Air on the front and the Twin2ition logo on the back, kind of like the logo I got on this trucker hat here as well. But if you want to get exclusive Clear the Air merch, go ahead and head to Patreon and let's clear the motherfucking air. We got exclusive drops. We also got behind the scenes. We got interviews. We got on location content. We got events. We got performances. And we also got some motherfucking giveaways. And if you get part of that day one tier, you can also be a part of the motherfucking show and come here and clear the air, whether it's via satellite or maybe sit on the motherfucking couch, man. It's just like that. So hit the Patreon and let's clear the motherfucking air, y'all. With that also being said, man, go ahead and subscribe to the show at Clear the Air. We can be found on IG at Clear the Air. That's ClearTheHeir. YouTube at Clear the Air. Facebook and Threads at Clear the Air. Like I said earlier, Patreon at Clear the Air. The only thing that is different is X/Twitter. We can be found at Twin2ition Pod, and that's TWIN2, the number 2, ITIONPOD, and it's just like motherfucking that. Let's clear the motherfucking air, yo. Okay. Race check. Nichole on the boards. I beat you to the punch. All right. For those of y'all who are just watching the podcast of Twin2ition presents Clear the Air, race check is a game of black identity. What I do is I ask you a black or culture related question. And if you get it right, you get to keep your black card. If you don't, you get to reach in your pocket and grab that motherfucker out. And that is race check, ladies and gentlemen. With that also being said, this race check is brought to you by it'sallaboutjeez.com. Go to www.it'sallaboutjeez.com. He's got exclusive content. He has merch. He also has his latest project, After De Niro, on there. De Niro, Before De Niro. He's got a whole bunch of litany of shit. But go check out that merch as well. I even asked my brother, I said, man, this shit's got to be Egyptian cotton. And it's just like that. So go ahead and head to it'sallaboutjeez.com. And it's just like motherfucking that, y'all. Let's clear the motherfucking air. With that being said, race check, Nichole on the boards. You ready for the race check? Give me a hell yeah. All right, so in 1990, okay, this is music related, okay? So go ahead and go to that file, like I said before, grab that music one and put it in, hit play, or whatever the fuck you do as far as your memory go, okay? So in 1990, you was alive around that time. You might have been too, but you're still alive. So you got to be hip to the shit that happened throughout your era, okay? So in 1990, Belle, Biv, and DeVoe wanted the world to know what about this particular female. You got 10 seconds on the clock.
Is that poison?
Huh?
That she had STDs?
Say that one more time.
This girl is poison.
Good job. Okay, shout out Nichole.
Isn't that poison?
You gotta say it.
The girl had STDs.
Okay, but you gotta say it. You can't say is that poison and have a question mark. You gotta. Is you asking me or you telling me?
But you asked me what did they want people to know
about this particular female.
About the female. So I said, is that poison?
Oh, come on, I give
that
you
was
that.
the question,
Okay,
but what they wanted people to know is that her ass was burning.
Okay, it's a good job. Okay, so since you think you know what fucking everything else, and I want you to say it and drop your balls. You ain't got no balls though, but drop them motherfuckers when I ask you this question because it's a 2-part race check. And let's goddamn for all that, man. Let's cue the goddamn music out one more time. Race check, Nichole. Part 2 of this motherfucking question. All right, so in 1990, Belle Biv DeVoe wanted the world to know that this female was what?
Burning.
Poison. Okay, good.
Or poison.
All right, so with that being said, can you name the original group that Belle, Biv, and DeVoe originally branched from? You got 10 seconds. Do, race check. You got race checked. Check. No, I can't. They branch from a group.
Do you know that I know a song?
Gonna tell you. Yep. Belle Biv DeVoe branch from what group? For those of y'all that's out there listening, watching podcast, go ahead and leave this shit in the comment section, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us as well. Because I know y'all, I've been giving y'all alley-oops and air too. And
I'm just
appreciate
gonna.
Y'all.
Would this be like before the 90s then?
Goddamn button.
I'm just asking, would it be before the 90s? The group?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yes. It would be before the 90s if 1990 Belle Biv DeVoe came out and they branched from a group. Unless they did 1990A. And then 1990B, yeah, they branched.
They could have branched from a group that was also in the 90s.
All right, go throw something out there.
I mean, I know Blackstreet Boys was before, would have been after.
Okay. All right,
so
go ahead. That's what your answer was.
I'm just trying to think of a group.
I need to get a dramatic button sound on this bitch.
I don't know.
All right, so the question, ladies and gentlemen, was, can you name the original group that Belle, Biv, and DeVoe originally branched from? And that group, ladies and gentlemen, will be the name of New Edition. Let me get our applause. And that was having Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresvant, Johnny Gill, Ronnie DeVoe, Ricky Bell, and Michael motherfucking Bivens. And that's the motherfucking race check. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for playing Nichole on the Bulls. With that black card you got, you can give it right back. I appreciate you playing for it. I like that. You did. You tried. I give you a E for effort. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, you got it and you lost it. Okay, you should put the camera on you when you roll your motherfucking eyes. And it's just like that. But we ain't gonna stay here too long, y'all. We ain't here for a long time. We just only here for a motherfucking good time. As I open that laptop up, ladies and gentlemen, it can only mean one thing and one thing only. And that means we're gonna go ahead and lace y'all with the music spotlight this week. I don't know which camera is on me, Nichole on the board. I just went like that to my chesticles. That's my left breast. Used to be my dog. He was in my left titty. But with that being said, shout out as ESPN was just playing. And the peripheral, Shador Sanders. He is now named the backup. Dylan Gabriel, go out there and break a leg, bro. Do a great job. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and get to the music spotlight. And anytime I pull that laptop out, we're gonna go ahead and get to some music, y'all. And with that being said, this music spotlight, ladies and gentlemen, is a tight one. I don't really start like that. But this music spotlight has been hitting my goddamn feeds, because I got more than one social. Been hitting my feeds, plural. And when I heard it, I was like, God damn, that shit tight. And so I shared it, you know what I mean? Sent the goddamn, what you call it? The repost joint. Put it up on the Clear the Heir story as well. And I think I threw it on my story too. And I played it a little bit. And I like, for me, when I hear it, I don't want to hear it all the way through because I like hearing new shit and I like getting a new shit reaction while on the show. But this music spotlight coming from the fam, you know, the conglomerate, that being, you know, the gems, where my goddamn chimes at. And this particular single is coming from one of our previously featured artists, but also premiering a new Clear the Heir music spotlight person as well, artist as well. So, and I was like, yo, I follow my man's, and like I done heard his last album, and I was like I said, I throw shit on there, and then the way it shuffle, it just like, this shit right here, your music spotlight is living, it's alive, it's awake, it's breathing. And shit get legs and move up and move down, no matter how it is, yo. But this track right here, y'all, without further ado, shout out to the gym, shout out to the Umbrella Clique, shout out to the Big 19, shout out to my nigga, Urban Gym, shout out to Jada Jeweler, shout out to JJackpot. And this track right here is featuring Snotty, introducing Snotty as well, y'all. And without further ado, y'all, as I get it queued up and shit. This track is because JJackpot, he just dropped a tape called King's Casino, and I ended up getting the jump from Mason Defunct, and that was a great rollout. How they just, I like physical shit, and when they put that out, the King's Casino was a roulette wheel, and I was like, yo, okay, I see what he doing. I mean, hence the name JJackpot, goddamn it. And this track is called Aces High, featuring Snotty, JJackpot, Big Umbrella, Dirt House Records. Stand the motherfucker up. Let's go.
I feel like a made nigga. I should find a broom and a mop and clean this bitch up from the bottom to top. Because I feel like a made nigga. I should do the laundry a lot and separate my underwears from my socks. Cause I think I'm a made nigga. I should dust the lampshades off, take out the trash, and then I'm walking these dogs. Because I feel I'm a made nigga. If you know what I mean by a made nigga, I must be on the same page with you. Cause I feel like I'm made. A junkie gave me his car keys for a gram of sauce. My grand piano's handmade, autographed by Diana Ross. Allah gave me this wittiness simply to piss the planet off. Randy Moss with the soft nigga handed off. It costed me the boss 20 large, get your Bentley off. My coat gave him memory loss. He sniffed a line thinner than dental floss. Fuck a blog, the squad is ducking unmarked cars. In a stock box Suburban, tints be all the way dark. Pardon my soul, we all went on that drill and they told. Now they exposed, I'm about to be they modern day troll. Models, they tryna roll like wheels on a Cybertruck. He tried his luck, his family in the crib with him, tied him up. I call my lady gang Section 8, bitches line him up. My hands covered in white like I'm Donald Duck. If I punch him in his grill, KRP got my follow-up. Before I learned to drive a truck, I learned how to bottle up. So I feel like a made nigga. I should find a broom and a mop and clean this bitch up from the bottom to top. Because I feel like a made nigga. I should do the laundry a lot and separate my underwears from my socks. Cause I think I'm a made nigga. I should dust the lampshades off, take out the trash, and then I'm walking these dogs. Because I feel like a made nigga. If you know what I mean by a made nigga, I must be on the same page with you. Cause I feel like I'm made.
My feet let me cook in this kitchen for just a gram of hard. Don't be going live, turn them cameras off. We got hammers drawn. Cookies on the stove top cooling, make sure the fan was on. It's old paper, buried a 50 ball right in grandma lawn. They hail the strong, hit like a shotty. Now they don't want the smoke, they want the coke. This real doggy, watch how I walk the dope, make it bark. I took some L's to learn how to shake them off. Get baked and lost, came with a Keisha that's trained to take it off. I-95 with twin birds in a hatchback, and And I ain't bringing nothing but racks back in this backpack. That's trap facts. Dropping the ice and that shit gon' snap back. The price, don't care who matched that. That's that. This. Baby, it's art the way that this wrist whisk. Sit crisp. Toast to my ops. Tell them niggas sit piss. Tisk. Got kicked out the whip and y'all ain't this shit since. The plug still call me when it ships in. Nigga.
I feel like a made nigga. I should find a broom and a mop and clean this bitch up from the bottom to top. Because I feel like a made nigga. I should do the laundry a lot and separate my underwears from my socks. Cause I think I'm a made nigga. I should dust the lampshades off, take out the trash, and then I'm walking these dogs. Because I feel like a made nigga. If you know what I mean by a made nigga, I must be on the same page with you. Cause I feel like I'm made.
Barkeep, 2 whiskeys.
Now he asked you twice. Ain't gonna ask again.
Give me a bottle, I'll serve him myself. You know I can't do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the music spotlight, man. Shout out to Dirt House Records, man. JJackpot, KOBA, DERA, and also Snotty, y'all. That was called Aces High, and it's just like that. All I gotta ask is,
Could I please have more, sir?
Yes, indeed. Damn, I want to run that motherfucker back so goddamn bad. I think I'm a made nigga. Ladies and gentlemen, that was music spotlight. Like I said, featuring Snotty, KOBA, DERA, and also JJackpot, man. That track is called Aces High. And for all I got to say is that shit's tight. It's hot motherfucking fire, and it's just like that. Call to action. Calling all artists if you want to be featured. Just like that hot ass track that just came through. Just go ahead and send me a DM, man, for further details. And let's clear the motherfucking air, y'all. Shout out to all the artists and producers that's graced this Clear the Air stage, man. Like I said it before, if your shit's tight, if it's hot fire, come over here to Clear the Air, man. Just hit me up in the DMs, man. Go hit up Clear the Air, y'all. And it's just like that. Damn, that shit was tight. I think I'm a made nigga. God damn, that shit was tight. That shit been my theme music. It was tight. Hot fire. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got on one. Because it's my first time really hearing that jump through and through, yo. That was tight. I just like to have authentic. I don't put no fake shit up, yo. I just have it authentically be me. I'm a goofy motherfucker for those of y'all who don't know. But I reciprocate the love, man. I'm authentically and I'm genuine. So yeah, shout out again. Shit changes jump to made nigga for real. With that being said, y'all go ahead and head to Patreon if y'all like exclusive content like that, where you can get behind the scenes type of deal, man. As far as these artists, and producers inside these shows, these venues, man, because Clear the Air does go on the road. Shout out to my driver, Mr. Cole on the boards, because she just be riding, y'all. She on, hey, you going? Like, shit, nigga, you driving? Hell yeah, I sit in the goddamn passenger seat and,
Passenger Prince.
You call it what you want to call it. Yeah, shit. When I get there, I go to work, though. But, yeah, shit, we travel. To Clear the Air, motherfucking travel. Motherfuckers think we goddamn from Carolina to goddamn everywhere we fucking go. It's like, nah, nigga, we VA bound, but we everywhere like air, man, just like that. So yeah, hit the Patreon, man, like I said, for snoops of behind the scenes shit. And like I said before, as I look into the camera right here, we got some shit coming. That's all I'm gonna say. We got some shit coming. So go ahead and hit the Patreon, man, because if you know, you know. But you ain't only gonna know unless you're there. And it's just like that, right? Because that's all I can say. With that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and get back to the podcast, man. I have a hot take here. Let's see what this hot take entails, man, because let me see what it say.
Well,
what?
While you getting your thoughts together
go ahead.
On your hot take,
yeah, because this shit there should say. Go ahead, say.
You are still looking. Are you still looking for it?
Yeah, I'm still looking. Go ahead. Yeah, it didn't.
Go ahead and hit that. Not the race check one.
Okay, this one right here. Okay.
Whoa. See, I'm a bad boy in the corner, so move from on ya, cause I'm dangerous. Whoa. See.
Shout out to Barrington Levy,
explain
y'all.
it.
This right here, this segment is Black History You Did Not Know. Go ahead, Nichole and the boys.
Okay, so this got a little question on with it too.
Okay.
But this is kind of going back to the statement you made
referencing
about the guy at the Horseman that's pants was sagging with the tight ass shirt on.
Oh, that nigga, yeah.
Okay, right. So it's on the lines of that, okay? So
shout out to Class 05.
from what you know history wise, where did sagging start?
Did I know?
Mm-hmm.
I was always told that sagging started in jail when niggas was letting people know whether they was able to take it or not. I could be wrong, but that's what I was told. That's what sagging originated from.
So sagging originated from.
So you got sagging meaning people had their pants below their.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their ass hanging out their pants.
Okay, just make sure you got to visualize the audience for the audience that's in their car riding, sagging.
Sagging actually dates back to slavery.
Oh wow! Okay, educate me and the masses.
Okay, so all right, it's sad.
Okay.
Because so basically, the gay slave owners.
Wow. Okay.
Would
this is taking a turn.
Rape the young black slaves.
Wow.
And force them to sag their pants so that it was a sign to the other gay slave owners that they've already been broken in.
Wow.
So
wow
black men
shit.
out there, stop fucking sagging your damn pants.
Yeah. PSA. Golly. That shit. Wow. Wow.
And
Damn.
I got a video you can put up for it too.
I don't think I want to put no video up.
I mean,
now.
but she's explaining it.
Oh, okay. Chick explain. Yeah, I may or may not put that up there. But yeah, that's great. Hey, that's a great goddamn Black History.
It's a Black History you did not know that, and she's explaining a little bit more in detail than how I did.
Okay.
Like how it started, how it originated from, and all that.
Gotcha. Okay. I like that. Okay. Cool. Damn.
When a man starts to wake up, he naturally pulls away from the crowd. Not because he hates people, but because the usual way of connecting stops making sense. Most conversations revolve around status, gossip, or complaints. And once he begins to see through that, it gets harder to engage. He's not bitter. He's not isolating himself out of pride. He's just stopped chasing what others are still chasing. He starts to notice the performance in everyday interaction, the need to be liked, to belong, to say the right thing. And without making a big deal about it, he quietly steps back. People might still wave. They might still offer small talk. But the connection is no longer there, because it was never real to begin with. He didn't cut ties, he didn't burn bridges. He simply stopped pretending. And when he does that, distance happens on its own. This is the beginning of solitude, not loneliness, just space between who he used to be and who he's becoming. He starts to see clearly what holds people together isn't real. It's not depth. It's not truth. It's habit, comfort, and shared illusions. People bond over complaining about their jobs, over chasing status, over defending ideas they've never truly questioned. He used to do the same. He used to think that was connection. But now it feels more like noise. He notices how often people speak, just to avoid silence. How much energy goes into keeping up appearances. The constant need for validation, for agreement, for reassurance. And once he no longer needs those things himself, he sees how dependent others are on them. How relationships often survive not because of honesty, but because everyone agrees to keep the story going. He understands why people hold on to what feels familiar. He still cares. He still listens, but he no longer plays along. That shift, subtle as it is, creates distance all on its own. From the outside, he might seem the same. He still shows up. He's still polite. He hasn't disappeared completely. But something fundamental has shifted, and the people around him can feel it.
Shout out to that, yo. That was a great ruthless perspective for me. When they came across my feed, I was like, damn, that's not only perspective, but that's a level of consciousness that I feel like I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying? And, hence, like, in the words of the great Kung Fu Kenny, a.k.a. Mr. Morale, Kendall Lamar, Super Bowl Kendall Lamar, he said, when you take all that shit off, you ugly as fuck. You out of pocket. When you take all that shit off.
That's how some of these bitches be looking when they take that makeup off.
God damn.
You ugly as fuck.
But when you take all that shit off, man, like, and you can still be validated in who you are, like, that's a different level of perspective. And I had a conversation with a guy in my clinic who ended up getting injured. And I was just telling him about the podcast. And I try not to blend the two, right? But when I was telling him about the podcast, I brought it all the way back to when the inception of the Facebook days, Nichole and the boys, when I was just putting motivation on Facebook. And then people would be like, damn, I needed that. And I'm like, nigga, that was for me. And then you was like, hey, do a video type shit. And then it became the podcast, so on and so forth. And I was just telling them, the journey with the podcast and, things of that nature. And I was telling them, which I got to call out. I got to speak to my mentor, Mr. Ruffin, as well. But he was like, everybody that I feel like in that point in life or stage of life where you are right now, Mr. Kyren, or whatever the fuck he called me, sir. He was like, they all got a mentor. And I was like, look, bro, your mentor gonna find you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. But you got to be validated in who you are first. Be firm on who you are. And once you get there, bro, you're gonna have a lot more growth and growing to do. But when hearing that quick little synopsis really did put me, back in the headspace I needed to be. But also I had a conversation earlier and with somebody else that wanted to seek validation through everybody's else. And I say that because this person is an up and comer that does stuff out in the community. Granted, and I'm not here to throw shade or throw rocks at anybody else or whatever. But out the conversation I got was people will fucking sell their soul for attention. And I say that because I think I had mentioned the podcast to the guy who know I do the podcast, and the conversation I had earlier this week started a little like this, yo. That I also had this same conversation with somebody totally different in the earlier stages of the podcast. And I want to kind of make this shift real quick, y'all, because I can't be here too long. But I've been told, and I want to put exclamation points, bold letters, underline, for those y'all that is watching, listening, and learning. I've been told.
Italicized too.
Italicized. Change the fucking font. Put 43-point font on the goddamn screen. But I've been told, yo, throughout the inception, the creation, the beginning, early stages, the origin story maybe of the podcast to just recently this week, that I've been told that I had to be single in order for this podcast to be a success. And I needed to seek to understand why, right? So I mentioned it to another gentleman. And like I said, I don't need nobody to validate who the fuck I am or what I do. If I'm doing it for the right reasons, everything else is null and void. And I said to say this, my last podcast that we just did, Twin2ition presents Clear the motherfucking Air, episode 44, him. It was a play on words for those of y'all who have not or have been reluctant to see the podcast or listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit. I'll pay real money for it. Amazon Music. But I told y'all it was titled Him because I wanted to tell you what it took for me to become him, not the fucking movie. And that podcast has been going. I mean, back, gone. This is October. And it may be my little trophy to me personally in the month of October, as this podcast, when I last checked, ladies and gentlemen, has surpassed well over 600 motherfucking views on YouTube, man. So without anybody's validation, I have not changed or anything, yo. Still, last time I checked, I'm still married. Nichole and the boy still hitting the switch and still in her phone right now. But I've been told that I had to be single in order for this podcast to be a success. And the premise was that I would be available for a broader fucking audience. And then the gentleman went on to say that, you know, so say for instance, you know, you wanted to, if you know you was going to invite this porn star on your podcast. I said, why? For what? Like, how are we clearing the air with that? I told y'all as a disclaimer, we here to clear the air. We stay away from that messy shit. 99% of the shit you see and hear on the internet is either fake for one and two fucking messy. And it's very unfortunate because it's only our demographic. I ain't see no ignorant ass white fucking content. If it is, they talking shit about who we are or who they perceive us to be. For a lot of us, for a lot of them in the world, perception is reality. Where I work at, I see people of all different demographics and backgrounds from different countries. And they are shocked and surprised to see a black guy with cornrows rendering care to them. And it's like, oh yeah, all black people ain't like what y'all see or what y'all been told. You know what I'm saying? But this is what y'all see, what y'all been told because this is on display. You know what I'm saying? For the most underappreciated, overworked, overlooked individuals in this motherfucking country, the black man, the black woman, the African American, we really been downtrodden. Like our ancestors, because we do have people who been before us, those slaves, our ancestors are probably looking down on us like, what the fuck? As a culture. All the sacrifices we done made, y'all looking down on us. For us to get to have a platform like Twin2ition presents Clear the Air and decide to interview a porn star or decide to interview. And I asked the guy, I was like, yo, what's the point about these balloon popping goddamn clips? You know, the blind dating junk, everybody got a balloon, they pop one. Just like, what's the point behind that? Or then you show me somebody, and not you, but the person I'm talking, you show me somebody that you deem as a success. They got a lot of followers and a whole bunch of streams, and it's ignorant shit on it.
I mean, I feel like the balloon popping thing shows you a lot of how
ignorant niggas is.
Yeah, ignorant people are, how women and men, because it can be a guy that is actually successful, but because he don't look
the part
or look like he balling, they automatically pop.
Right.
It's like
how shallow.
And then they fucking, when he's, you know, starts talking about himself or whatever, then they look fucking stupid in the face because it's like, damn, this motherfucker's successful. He got his shit together.
Exactly.
But because
then he got shit to bring to the table.
Because he ain't putting on like some of these men out here that gotta, all the money that they get, they spend on a fucking bracelet, a fucking watch, chains and all that shit. So they look like, oh, this motherfucker got money, but all his money around his fucking neck.
Right. Yep. Real shit.
Bitch, what he got in that bank account? Nothing.
That's what counts. Yeah, that damn sure would count.
What he got that he owned.
Yep. Driving a $60,000 car.
You might can trade that gold in for money, but the value isn't what you paid for it.
Yeah, true that. But yeah,
like
so
everything fucking loses value.
Right. So I asked the gentleman, I was like, so what the fuck do you attribute to success? I said, because success to me could be something different, totally different to you. And, you know, and the dude started, you know, bringing in religion. I said, hey, you can bring in religion, you can do everything. You know, the dude was like, I'm Muslim and, you know, I believe in having more than one wife. And I told him straight up, yeah, I'm Christian and my wife enough. I don't need no more fucking headaches. Shout out to Nichole on the board. I don't need no more headaches.
A headache?
I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't got time to learn nobody else. I'm gonna be real with you. And I was like, oh, you know, you can't be in rooms with people, you know what I'm saying, that's about that type of lifestyle. And I said, look, why would I want to be? I'm be real. If I'm firm on who the fuck I am, I can still be in those rooms and still be me. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, bro, like, I don't have to be, and I tell everybody this, I do not have to be everything to everybody, because if I'm everything to everybody, then what the fuck I got for me? You feel what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, even my brother on the couch, I said, look, man, 13-page goddamn contract. Read this bitch. Because I'm just getting you hip to what the fuck is out here. I'm here to clear the air. If you can read, if you're willing to read this 13-page contract and tell me what you think, then I'll let me know that you done went through the paces, right? Everybody don't get ready for the fucking race the day of the motherfucking race. They go out there and run every day until the day of the motherfucking race, right? So when the race come, you already know what to expect on mile 3, on mile 4, on mile 10. But if you ain't ready for the race, when the motherfucker say, hey, I'm so-and-so with so-and-so, Apple Music or Barstool or whatever it is. Yeah, we want to buy your podcast for $200 million. Just sign right here. It's a 54-page. Just get to the bottom, man. Just skip all those pages, man. Just sign the bottom. You don't know what the fuck you signing for. You could be signing away the rights to the motherfucking podcast. So what I was saying was I was getting him mentally prepared with all money ain't good money. I was working jobs where I was getting paid great money. But inside I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'll go back to doing whatever the fuck else is. But more money is fucking more problems. I mean, especially if money is your motivating factor, you'll never get far. Even the richest man, they say in the world, he can't take that money with him. He can't get to the kingdom. But even somebody as popular as a Will Smith, who done had it all, he said, hey, man, I done reached that mountaintop. The mountaintop is the same as the lowest valley. It's lonely there. When I realized I can buy anything, I can have anything, I can do anything I want, there's still a void missing. Now, it's between who money you are and what you believe, who you are and what you believe, and you know, kudos to you, but
money won't lead you to the promised land.
Right, but it's not going to give you peace either. You feel what I'm saying? Because if anything, the more you got, the more people asking. The more times you got to look over your shoulder and shit. But when you can be authentically you, and no matter what the fucking environment is, you're like a goddamn unicorn. So when I go into these rooms, because I've been into these rooms where I'm not kissing nobody's ass, I'm me. To the point like, who the fuck this guy? He ain't on my nuts like everybody else is. I'm here to clear the motherfucking air, yo. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So I asked him, what was his definition of success, and I still have not got an answer for that. But just to add to the conversation, the individual, he did decide to voice his opinion by feeling away when he asked a female what was her sign, right? And out of respect, I get it. Everybody got, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but it's always a time and a motherfucking place for that. Not the workplace or wherever the fuck else you at, right? But also know the signs too. Don't ask somebody what the fuck their birthday and they tell you on my fucking birthday. To me, that means nigga bye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't all of a sudden go to a point where it's like, so what's your sign? Nigga bye. Like me and so-and-so over here trying to build and you over here asking me some wild ass questions, right? And then have an attitude because you can't get in contact or share with other people. You can't work with everybody. It's like, look, bro, it's a time and place for that shit. So that's how the conversation really started, yo. Individual, like I said, the individual immediately got brushed off, and the person had a conversation with somebody else, but that individual persisted, and it was like, yo, like you're looking bad out here in these streets. That's why I told him, I said, you're looking bad, bro, because at the end of the day, whatever your deciding factor is on how you do shit, like sometimes you just gotta, like in the words of I can't think of his name, the old nigga. Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up.
Honestly,
what?
On some real shit, the motherfuckers better go ahead and settle down with motherfuckers, cause nowadays you talking about this AI shit ridiculous. These motherfucking surgeons out here ridiculous too. Fucking around and you gonna fuck around and find out that after you done ate some damn cootie cat, fuck the motherfucking everything, and then find out when you meet the motherfucker family that she was born a man. Oh, goddamn. So, just for me, I mean, like I said, I do a commended podcast for its, growing organically, you know what I'm saying? Not to step on nobody's toes, to each his own, but, not to say that I felt attacked, but I was like, look, dog, my demographic and your demographic, two different demographics. You feel what I'm saying? It's the reason why I'm in the position I am in. And the reason why you are where you are.
You know what I'm saying? Not to throw shade or no slight nobody or whatever, but it was odd to hear that, twice from two different people who don't know each other. And I was like, wow. So the perception for y'all is you got to be, in order to be successful, you got to be single.
That's probably because they haven't found the person that makes them happy. So all they doing is run around giving motherfuckers semen demons.
Right. And
like you're taking on, when you have sex with someone, you are allowing their spirit to be part of you. Like having sex with someone is a spiritual thing. It even says in the Bible, like when you have sex with someone, technically by the Bible, don't quote me,
your spirits
because I'm not.
one.
Your spirits
like that,
become one. Like when you have sex before marriage, like technically you have sex with someone that is your spouse, biblically in a way, or some shit, something like that.
Educate me. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'd have to look more into it, but.
Gotcha.
I remember reading something or hearing something with one of my devotionals or something.
No, I got you. But no, so for me, I just felt like, that I had to, kind of clear the motherfucking air on that one. But, not I kept it, straight, respectful for real. But like at some point, you know what I'm saying? Like for us men out here, and I speak only to black men, but all men in general, but like, hey, just if you could switch that conversation, if you have that conversation with your mother or your daughter or your sister, you know what I'm saying? If somebody had that, man, you can disrespect you feel what I'm saying? So like, give respect, regardless if it ain't reciprocated or given to you, just give respect. Sometimes you gotta just respect a motherfucker's space and be like, my bad, I do apologize. But like, sometimes you just gotta read the motherfucking room as well, yo. I'm very, very, my awareness, if I was in Madden, to be on 99. But I'm very aware of my surroundings. Even if it look like I don't give a fuck or I'm not paying attention, I'm very much aware. But I know who I am. I'm firm in believing who I am, man. So I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the extra, you know what I'm saying, for those of y'all who wants that, that microwave success, to get that shit a little bit early and end up losing it fast. Hey, kudos and congrats to you. But for me, I like to earn mine just like every day I get up and I work out. You know what I'm saying? When the six pack hit different, you know what I'm saying, when I can still eat a goddamn whole pizza and still have a six pack, it hit a little different when I know I ain't had to go out with no knife or nothing like that. It hit a little different when I know shit getting tough and I can keep on going. It hit a little motherfucking different when a motherfucker asks me a question and want me to solve a problem and I can show them my work. It just hit a little motherfucking different, y'all. What were you saying?
Oh, that's like, it go with that saying, like with people at work and shit, how some people get promoted off of their work ethics. Some people get promoted off of who you know and who you blow.
Yep.
So it's the same shit. So you think that the only way that the whoever it was thinks that the only way that this podcast can be successful is if you out there throwing dick to somebody is the only way it's going to be successful.
Right.
Instead of you putting in the work, putting in the effort.
Right. And I can only put it in this word, this way, in these words, man. Word to my nigga JJackpot, man. I think I'm a made fucking nigga, so I don't need y'all goddamn. I don't need it from you. I know I'm a made nigga. With that also being said, y'all, as time has went by, the motion picture Him is now on streaming services. Unfortunately, they said that critically said that it was not a success to me. I got the message for what it was worth. I also bought that motherfucker on streaming as well because that's the type of person I am. I'm all about the culture for real. But if it's definitely got a message, I'm there for the message. And like I said, it's hard to have me sit still. Even though I bought it on streaming, I have not sat down and watched it in its entirety because I try to keep stuff going. But yeah, we definitely gonna dive deep into that. And like I said before, y'all, I appreciate y'all just rocking with the podcast. But we're gonna go ahead and shut it down a little bit early for the pod. No, we were pod for an hour. But I appreciate y'all. We did the Black History you did not know. That could have been part of your motivational minute as well, man. But just so that last segment, we wanted to make that motivational minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, be confident in who the fuck you are. Like, you don't need nobody to tell you or to skew you. And for those of y'all who have not seen the movie, Him, that conversation that was told to me was the same conversation towards the end of the movie, so to speak. for Mr. Cameron K in some way, shape, or form or fashion, yo. So it was like, oh, you gotta do this to be the. You sure you don't wanna? And it's like, hey man, I'm comfortable where I'm at because I know who the fuck I am, yo. I'm a made motherfucking nigga. With that also being said, y'all, calling all business owners, with an air horn at, and entrepreneurs. We got to thank our business spotlight. We want to pull up on you. Where that damn thing at? I can't find it. Fucking pull up on me. We're going to pull up on you. We want to go to your place of business. We want to follow you around. We want to interview you. Pull up on me. We want to get to find out what it takes to be you in your business, whatever you're doing in your business venture, because there's somebody out there somewhere that's on the fence of maybe starting their own business, working in their gift, or maybe they're in the middle of, or, in their gift and working in their business and such, and just don't know where to go from there, man. We want to each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? We here to clear the air nonetheless. So for all y'all business owners, calling all entrepreneurs, calling all entrepreneurs, man, we got a spot for y'all on the show at Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. You could be the next ad spot, and it's just like that. Shit. Clear the motherfucking air, y'all. Just send me a DM for all the details and let's go. Quick little nerd talk. I'm gonna sit on my soapbox for like 3 minutes, maybe 2. How do I put this without being disrespectful? Fuck Xbox. That hurt. I've been an Xbox fan since the day of Xbox
platforms.
Yeah, fuck all, but right now specifically, Microsoft, Xbox. Damn, Phil Spencer. All y'all. Fuck y'all niggas, man. I'm gonna be real with you.
Going up on the
y'all done
Game Pass.
Made Game Pass go from $15 when it first came out, where people can buy the game or rent, stream the game, try it out, and if they like it, buy it. Cool. Now Game Pass and jumped to $20 this year, and then now it's jumped to fucking $30 this year. Not to mention that the console, when I got it on day one, was $500. It didn't jump from $649 to damn near almost $800 now for Xbox Series X. Not to mention you still gotta have internet. You still gotta have motherfucking lights so you can plug the bitch into the socket. You still gotta have a motherfucking TV. I don't know when it became popular. I'm a nerd motherfucking nigga too. I'm a made nigga that's a nerd. I don't know when it became popular to be a nigga who like games. But y'all finally done got to a way where it's like, oh, these nerd niggas is kind of smart. All us, we smart, but I ain't making that much money. And I feel like y'all just taking advantage of the motherfucking consumer by making any and every fucking excuse on why to say fuck y'all at the end of the day. Soon, y'all gonna look up and it's gonna be like, damn, we're no longer part of the fucking party because y'all decided to make your fucking bank accounts instead of goddamn actually doing it for the love of doing this shit.
I wonder if that shit true when they say that Xbox actually takes a hit on every Xbox that they sell.
Bullshit. How you gonna take a hit and you bought Activision Blizzard for 1.something billion billion with
like
a B?
saying that
That's a hit.
They were selling the Xboxes for less than what it cost them to make.
Right. I mean, I knew
I
some shit
like
would get crazy when the Switch 2 was $500. When the Switch 2 came out, it's $500. I like to have a seizure in this motherfucker. I was like, these games getting a little too expensive. That's all I'm gonna say. And soon, y'all gotta think. This generation right here, niggas, was a generation that's the one and only thing we had was outside and video games. Well, no internet, it was outside and video games. In this day and age now, up and coming generation, the generation after us, with the Gen Z, whatever the fuck it is, these motherfuckers ain't got no attention span. How the fuck are they gonna sit down and play a game? They already ain't got jobs that's good enough to afford these motherfuckers.
You know what? Honestly, the generation after us, they making money off fucking social media.
Right. So ain't got time to play no goddamn game.
They making videos after video. They sitting at home making all these dumbass fucking videos.
Yep.
That these little kids making, watching, making dances, doing mukbangs and the little shit where you do this and all shit like that.
Stupid shit.
And actually getting an income off that shit because these dumbass motherfuckers watch the shit
all day long.
But our generation, like, who gonna run the fucking world when we gone? All these motherfuckers trying to be fucking creators.
You know,
what the fuck?
One country
gonna happen?
One country made a fucking AI program part of the goddamn local government, yo. And the people that was part of the local walked the fuck out. It's in some country. I gotta look it up. But yeah, it made an AI program. So can you imagine the Terminator telling you what the fuck, man, shit about to get crazy. All I gotta say is, like Nichole on the board said earlier this week to somebody, that the days are getting shorter. I feel like we are in the fucking days. I don't know if just for me, because my cup runneth over with a lot of shit to do. And I feel like I ain't got enough time to get it all done, but somehow, some way I get it all done. What I'm saying is, man, get your shit right. Whether it's with God or whoever it is, man, get your shit right. But more importantly, man, put in the work, yo. And that's all I gotta say about that, yo. I just wanted to, get that off my chest. Fuck Xbox. By the way, that expensive ass ROG iLive, man, fuck all that shit, yo. I would say PlayStation, but y'all motherfuckers is on the chopping block too, man. Nintendo too, all y'all. Just fuck that shit. At the end of the day, it ain't nothing but a fucking distraction any goddamn way, man. I sound like an old nigga. An old ass maid nigga, by the way. But like I said before, man, we're gonna outro this podcast, man. And I want to tell y'all, ain't about the chains I got on, ain't about the games I got, and none of that shit. The real flex in life is how many lives you can positively fucking impact. So always pray to have the eyes to see the best in people, a heart that forgives the worst, a mind that forgets the bad, and a soul that never loses faith in God. Change your thoughts. You'll change your world. Don't give advice, live it. People get your message by watching you. And in the words of Lunatic, you'll never lead a flock of men to the promised land. How you gonna hold the crown? Hey, we here to clear the motherfucking air, y'all. Because Bernie Burns, take us the fuck out of here, man. It's just like that.
My man Bernie Burns, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
I rhyme for Beamers, rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
I rhyme for Beamers, rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
I rhyme for Beamers, rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
I rhyme for Beamers.